Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And I am messing around again with my camera. But anyway, this is Hump Day Sketches. And today, I am just really all about designer series paper. So I created a couple of cards for you that use the designer series paper. Now, these are not the papers that are on sale that end Saturday. These are just papers to show you what you can do with the designer series paper. So this is my first card, and I got this idea from one of my friends, Lisa Tedder, and she's incredibly awesome. And you just open it up, and there you go. I just decided I have some friends that I haven't seen for a while, and that I really wanted to say hello and say I miss you and all that good stuff. Now, this designer series paper that we have is an online exclusive. This is called a little latte. And as you can see, it's all about some type of a design on one side and then something that is tied in with coffee on the other. These are like what people can do when it comes to colors or comes to designs on the, oh God, am I really going wild? Hi guys. This is all about what you can do with your designer or with your coffee cups. I'm gonna get myself organized in a minute. On the back is coffee spills. And I know you guys have seen this paper before. We have coffee cups. We have coffee pots. We have coffee spills. And again, the beautiful little hearts that you can create. Just stripes. Okay. And this is just a fun paper. I really have enjoyed working with it. And again, it's not one that is on sale, but it is one that is totally awesome. Now, some of the designer series paper we have on sale, the 6x6s are bright and beautiful, full of life. Lily Pond Lane, love it. And my all-time favorite, Thoughtful Journey. Again, these are 6x6s. Then we have some 12x12s that are Countryside Inn, Country Lace, Country Woods, Mediterranean Blooms, Perennial Lavender, Take It to the Skies, to the Markets. Again, another wonderful favorite of mine is Unbound Beauty, Wildly Flowering, and Winter Meadows. Now, these are all available to you, so do not wait. And if you do not have a demonstrator, let me know because I am willing to help you out. All right. So again, all the dimensions and everything are on my blog. So I'm just going to get us going. Put this up by the side. With the designer series paper, you can decide which side you really would like. And with that, I am going to use this side, but I'm just going to score on the inside. So my first score mark is going to be at 2. My next score mark will be at 4. And then all I'm going to do is repeat that one more time on the other side. So all I'm doing is switching that over and scoring at 2. And remember, lighter blade is the score. Darker blade that I'm bringing in right now is the cutter. So make sure that you know which is which. And then 4 again. And that's all the scoring that you need. All right, so that's what we are doing with this. So now we are just going to fold that over, find our bone folder, give it a good crease, and then bring the other flap over, give it a crease. Do the exact same thing on the other side, fold, and then bring that over. And I want to make sure that this is a little bit even. There we go. And one last time. All right, so now I'm going to turn them sideways, and then we are bringing the outside flap to the inside, and we're going right to the fold line. All right, can you see that? Right to the fold line. And again on the other side, outside to the fold line. And you're just taking it to that first flap. And again on the other side, the exact same thing. And then your last one. Bringing that in to the outside. All right, and then we're just going to give them a good crease. And we have that much done. Now, whenever you're doing this, you can also do this. Let me bring in my supplies. If I was thinking, I could have done this on the diagonal. And if you did it on the diagonal, then your coffee would be here, your saying would be up here, wouldn't fit as well, but that still makes a really nice focal point. But I decided that I really wanted to have hello there. Let's catch up. So I did, and that's how I just worked it out. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is she using? I'm using the Latte Love bundle. I use this stamp, and then all the hellos and all the sentiments at the top. It also has these beautiful die cuts. Okay, and I did not use any die cuts. I did use some of the coffee beans. I thought about doing I tried doing a little bit of the steam coming up. Did not look very good. So I just decided that I would go with what you see here. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to bring in my card, and I'm just going to tape that up, and then I'm going to put that on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a look at where I would like to have this. You got to understand where the middle is. So if you just turn it over, you can just, it's in the places that you need. So you want to just, okay, run out of tape. This is where I have to use my teeth on this. And then just bring that down. All right, so we're just going to have sticky on one side. Let me make sure. And I didn't, and I'm hoping I didn't get it all the way down because I want to make sure that this top part, it just fits on the inside. And I'm going to try to see that I get it even all the way around. And so this part will then flap. All right. And this part we will just adhere down. The other part is already adhered with focal point. There we go. All right, so with this then we're going to turn this over and we're going to bring in our piece of early espresso. And that piece is just going to be the backing for this. And I got a little bit of hold on, there's a black mark on here that I want to make sure that I get off of this white piece. And so I'm just going to bring in my eraser, but it looks like it must be a little bit of black from the ink. And the ink is early espresso with just the coffee on the inside. So I use this, and then I use this stamp to create that. This is in pumpkin pie. I really like pumpkin pie. All right, so now we have our back on. So now all we have to do is decorate the insides. So I have my Petal pink, and I'm going to just give it a friend stamping. So if you want to take it out, you can, and send it to somebody else. I'm bringing in a 1/2 inch. Piece of designer series paper, and I'm just going to put it up high. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut off this little edge that I have. And then I am going to just put a little bit of tape in here, the friendly adhesive. And then I'm just going to put it down for the inside. I just think this is such a great way to show off everything. And then I am bringing in my Adhesive-Backed swirl dots, and they are pecan pie white, and it's more like a vanilla white, and petal pink. And I want to put one up by the saying. And a pink one right in between the saying and the coffee cup. And then my white one right at the side of the coffee cup. So it really gets to show that off. And that is the card. Again, I really like it. I like the way that it looks. I like the way that, I mean, you can, with even turning your card in diagonals here, just really shines the side. So you get a chance to use as much designer series paper as you can on a wonderful card that you can share with someone. So these are my, these are my first 2 cards. Then my second. And I also had to bring the trimmer in on both of these. So here is my next card. And this is not a fancy fold. It is just a really nice Christmas card. But it's one that you get to use a whole bunch of designer series paper that you can create. And this is one side of the designer series paper, and this is the other. And this is also, I think, part of the online exclusive. I'm thinking. All right, and it comes in these, A Season of Green and Gold, where it is really has some gold on one side and then has designs on the other. And it really matches, I don't know if I have the, it matches the golden greenery, and the sentiments are greetings of the season. So again, this is the green leaves, and then you have your gold on the other side. You have your stripes, and then you have your sprays and your greenery on the other side. Love this. This is some of my favorite designer series paper. Again, not ones that are on sale, but ones that are absolutely beautiful. The greens, oh, you have the mellow moss, or the mossy meadow, and the garden green, and old olive, and they just are beautiful together. I love these colors. And then you have the bells. Oh, the bells. And then you have the checkered, striped. I just love this designer series paper. So we have that today. And we will be using both of these stamps. The stamp that we're using here is just one of the dies. And I got out both dies, but I really just used one. Okay, and you can just see it right in the back here. And then with my greeting of the season, I use the oval. Love ovals. Wish they'd bring back ovals. Love them. And then the season greeting. And the ink that I am using is Mossy Meadow. All right, so let's get ourselves started on this one. Oh, a couple of other things I should talk about. This is our cherry cobbler and our gold satin ribbon. This is coming out in the new catalog. So that's coming out pretty soon in September, early September. And I also have the cherry cobbler and purple, or cherry cobbler and pearl berries. And they either come for the holly berries, or I just used a couple just to show off the sentiment. Really got you focus on some of the designer series paper. So that's what we have too. All right. Now let's get everything out. I want to show you a trick. I'm also using some washi tape. I am using this for the backing of the designer series paper. And I also just cut this out. And because I cut it the same size that I cut this, then there's really no difference in being able to see the back where you can do some die cuts. All right, so first thing that I'm going to do is take my designer series paper, and I'm going to go corner to corner. And so I'm going to put it inside, and I'm going to make sure that it is right in the valley of my cutter. All right, and all I'm going to do is make a cut up. And then I'm just going to take this, turn this over, and adhere this together with some washi tape. And that just lets me know where my pieces are. And then, okay, we cut this way. So now we're going to flip it the other direction. Again, put it in the gully of the cutter, trying to keep all ends together and matched up as we cut down. Now there's big discussion on whether you cut up or whether you cut down. I think it's up to everybody to make that choice. So we're going to flip this out, and we're going to start with our pieces. So the back is keeping my pieces together. So we're going to take our old olive paper, and we have, I'm just gently taking off the washi tape. And now I am looking for my whatever this is called, silicone pad. So my first big piece is going to fit on the side. And all I'm going to do is run it down the side. And then I'm going to put this up against the side of the old olive. Now, it may take just a little bit to get it up against the side. And then I'm going to take the bottom and put that up against the side of what we just tore apart, and it's going to be the opposite side of the designer series paper. So they're going to all connect with one another. There we go. Let me see if I can just, yeah, I'll just leave it. And then we have our next pieces that we're taking apart. And this one's just going to butt up against everything. And go down low. A lot of this, it doesn't have to be precision, but for those of you that are a little bit of perfectionists, you will want this to be a little bit of perfectionism. And then we have our, our last one. And then we're just filling in the holes. And I would put it up against the top first and let it fall into place, because it's not going to matter much with the sentiment over top of this. All right, and that's how you create this part. And you know, it takes just a little bit of patience, and just know that you are doing things just nice and easy, and you don't have to rush doing it. And again, for me, it doesn't always have to be perfect. I'm somebody who thinks that people who receive your stuff doesn't always think that it has to be perfect, because it just lets them know that it's handcrafted. And that was the, let me cut this off a little bit. Let me just bring in my cutter. I got it's just a little bit too much here. So I'm just taking a little bit off. There we go. That's how I kind of fudge with things. And then you're just going to take this and put this on the very vanilla. You will stamp the inside with "May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebrations." There you go. I'm going to take a 1/2-inch piece and just put it at the bottom. There you go. And now we are just going to decorate our sentiment. So I got a piece of our foam adhesive sheet. I cut it big so I could just put it on the back. And it's hanging over just a little bit. But I don't think I'm going to be able to take it back. I'll just have to cut the tops off. All right. And then I just peeled off the top. I am putting the spray, the whatever this is, on the back of it, giving it a little bit of glue to set it down. And then trying to get it as centered as possible. Bringing out my glue dot. I want to cut just a little more off the bottom of this ribbon. And find a glue dot that will work. Give it a little pinch. Put it on the side. There you go. That just looks so pretty. It just looks like you took a long time trying to make this. Wow! I just really enjoy this. And then using my where are you? Okay. Oh, there you are. I take your pick tool. I am going to put one right by the saying down on the bottom. I'm going to put another one off to the side to really notice this part of the designer series paper. And then I'm putting one up at the top to acknowledge that there is a nice little piece of greenery that we can just go ahead and enjoy the card with. And that is my second card. So those are my cards today using the Designer Series paper that are on sale. And you guys, you got to get these because I know that you will be wanting more Designer Series paper as the year goes on. And these are awesome. I'm trying to find my other cards. There we go. And here are the other two cards. Now remember, all the dimensions and everything are on my blog. Just go to my blog. You'll find everything. If you are on Facebook, please try these. Try this fancy fold. Try this nice little way to deal with some of your Designer Series paper. If you are on YouTube, subscribe, leave me a comment. Absolutely love to hear from you on both social medias. Okay, I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I am excited to come back next week. And we're going to do colors. So we're going to do a color combo next week. I'll put it on my blog so you can see. Well, it's going to be on my Facebook, so you can see what colors we're going to use next week. So again, my name is Kevon. My website is www.ktstamps.com. And my motto is creating cards for you. Thank you so much. Please feel free that if you want to case my cards, let me know. I love it. And I give you permission to do so. Take care, you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.